What's up, everybody? It's your boy jerrywill24 back with another reaction video as usual, per usual. The divisional second round of the playoffs for the AFC, Jaguars versus Chiefs. Now, I think nobody expected the Jaguars to even make it to the playoffs after they started this season. Chiefs, they lost Tyreek Hill. Nobody didn't think the offense would be the same for the Chiefs. Chiefs still ended up being the number 1 seed in the AFC, and the Jaguars ended up being the number 4 seed in the AFC to make it to the wildcard playoffs. And Jaguars in the last 2 weeks have one of the best comebacks ever. The comeback with the Titans, and then last week at the Chargers, winning down 27-0 and ended up winning that game to end up in the next round. Insane, man. Insane. Trevor Lawrence threw 4 picks in the first half, and somehow they didn't put him on the bench. They said, nah. Y'all know I'm still recovering. They said, nah, player, you keep rolling on by. And that's what they did. They won that game. So now we're in Kansas City. And let me just tell you, shoot, I don't even know what to tell you. First drive, it didn't go so well for the Jags, and then the Chiefs got the ball and they scored with Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce, let me tell you, Travis Kelce leads the league in everything for tight ends, like for receiving yards and touchdowns. Oh my gosh, this nigga has so many touchdowns. That's the thing. The Chiefs, they lost Tyreek Hill. You know, he's a deep threat for them, but they still had Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end. Like, there was no stopping that man. So if you got Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, you still can thrive as the number 1 offense in the NFL. And that's exactly what they did. So that's what they showed the Jags, that, you know, this is the Chiefs offense. And they scored with Travis Kelce on the first half. But it didn't take long for the Jags to bounce back. Well, really, after that drive, yeah, they had a good kickoff return. And then they scored with 5 plays and 39 yards with Kirk. Kirk is a good wide receiver. I ain't gonna cap. Is it cousin? It's not cousin Kirk. I forgot, but yeah, Kirk. And what was really a bit scared in the game was Mahomes. Mahomes looking like he got injured later on at the end of the first quarter. He got hit, and it was his ankle, and he didn't want to get off the field. That was the bad part. I was like, bro, why are you still on the field? You know what I mean? Like, let the back go do his job. Nah, he was still out there trying to run plays, wobbling, throwing off with 1 foot. You know what I'm saying? He looking ill. I'm like, bro. Andy Reid, get this man off the field. He finally got off the field, and then we had Chad Henne came in, and he actually played for the Jaguars for 6 years. He's been in the league. He's like 37. He's been in the league for a long time. He's the backup, and they scored. He scored with, you know, Travis Kelce. Even though Patrick Mahomes was on the bench, injured and mad, Travis Kelce was still in the game. If you got Travis Kelce, anything is still possible. I don't want to ride that nigga nuts, but that nigga hard. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy seeing Patrick Mahomes on the bench, because I can't remember the last time we really seen Patrick Mahomes injured type. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Mahomes been in the league for about 5 years now, so it's crazy to see him on the bench. And if he actually, I didn't think he was going to stay out the whole game, but if he would have stayed out the whole game, I think this game might have been different, because, you know, he's probably the best quarterback in the league right now, and he's the number 1 reason why the Chiefs are in the position they are right now. So it would have been a huge difference if Patrick Mahomes was out the whole game. That would have been insane. Because the Chiefs, you know, they're favored to go to the Super Bowl, to actually win the Super Bowl. But if Patrick Mahomes would have been like injured for real, the chances would have dropped down like an iceberg. You feel what I'm saying? That would have been crazy. But it was a minor injury. I didn't think he was gonna stay. He was just a little, you know, a little wobbly, a little ankle, but he came back in the second half. Halftime score was 10-17. 10-17. Chiefs were up by 1 touchdown. And Patrick Mahomes came back in because he didn't want to lose his job to Chad Henne. Because you see what Brock Purdy is doing with the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo always losing his job. And he a good quarterback. He really is. But Patrick Mahomes didn't want, well, Chad Henne old, but anyways, Patrick Mahomes didn't want to lose his job to that nigga, so he came back on the field and taped that nigga up real quick and threw him back out on the field. In third quarter, it was a pretty even matchup. Nobody did anything major. Then came fourth quarter. That's when the Chiefs started taking the lead. The score was 27-17. And now I'm going to cap. The Jags could have came back and made something happen. They possibly could have came back and made something happen. But Agnew fumbled the ball. And the thing is, when he fumbled the ball, they were so close to the goal line. So close, he fumbled the ball. I was like, dang, there go the momentum. You feel what I'm saying? And then after that happened, the Chiefs got the ball, but they didn't do nothing with it. So what that mean? The Jaguars gonna get the ball back. So Jaguars get the ball back, right? Trevor Lawrence out there doing good the whole game, trying to make something happen. Threw the ball, intercepted. I was like, wow, that's 2 turnovers, man. And y'all were doing so well, man. Y'all were doing fine, man. Y'all were doing fine. Just mistakes happen, man. And the momentum was just dead since then. 2 turnovers back to back. That shit upset me. But what really upset me, I think, and that upset me the most. But the second thing that upset me after that is probably the Jaguars defense. They couldn't keep up with that offense the Chiefs was handing them. They was just running through them niggas. I ain't finna cap. And the thing is, probably go Thursday. They'll probably go Thursday. And the thing is, it was too fast paced. That's what I was seeing. It was too fast paced for them. The Jazz, it's the thing about the Jazz, they weren't supposed to go this far at all. Kudos to them. I was rooting for them because I'm from Florida, you know what I'm saying? Duval, I ain't from Jacksonville, but they don't own the Florida team in there, so I was rooting for them. I'm always rooting for the underdogs and whatnot. But the thing is, Jags always let the team show out in the second half, They let them show out like the first half, my fault. The first half, they let them show out. And the second half, that's when they get their shit together. I don't know why they get their shit together and they make a little crazy comeback. That's not all. They almost made a comeback. But the offense gave up turnovers. So I can't blame the defense too much. But the Chiefs kept scoring either from a touchdown or a field goal. And those points add up. And they sure did. Just wasn't enough time on the clock. 20-27 was the final score. Man, Jags. At least let me go ahead and give a round of applause to the Jazz, man, because y'all made it this far, and I'm proud of y'all boys. I'm in Tampa, but Duval about 3 to 4 hours away. I'm gonna go ahead and salute y'all from here, and I already gave you a round of applause. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm proud of y'all boys. Chiefs, now they gotta wait either on the Bengals or the Bills. Either way, whoever they play between those two teams is gonna be a heavy game. Bengals beat them last year, then Bengals went to the Super Bowl, so Chiefs are holding a grudge against them. Buffalo Bills are favored to go to the Super Bowl. Chiefs don't like that, Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs, they the ones that supposed to be running the AFC. Bills are stacked too, you know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a good matchup. Either way, with quarterbacks too, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, or Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We just going to have to wait and see next Sunday. But it was a good game. I wish the Jazz could have came back or took it to overtime and made it more dynamic and more interesting, but not this time. The luck has ran out for the Jazz. They're headed home, man. They tried though. That's all you can do. Them niggas tried, and you can't hate on nobody for trying at least. You see what I'm saying? So I dig it the long way, man. Chiefs moving on. Jags headed home on that plane. It's all good, baby. Next year, you did better than the Dolphins, and you did better than the Bucks, and you did better than the Saints. So I was rooting for y'all boys, for real. Next game is Who the Cowboys play? Shoot. Oh, they play the 49ers. This game is Eagles and Giants. I believe the Eagles gonna win that game, but Giants could surprise them. So the only way I could tell, but I have the Eagles winning that game. So I appreciate y'all being here for this reaction video. Man, go ahead and subscribe and like to the channel if you haven't already. And then go to my other YouTube channel, jerrywill24. I got comic skits dropping on there all the time. And then follow me on all social media platforms at what? Easy, jerrywill24. But I appreciate y'all always being here.